Hello, what is up guys? Eman from Peso Smart PH here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shout out to all the podcast listeners as well. I appreciate you all. Today, we're gonna talk about and we're gonna see if the PSEi companies are making money. Quick disclaimer lang, I'm not gonna dive deep into the financial statements of these companies. So, ang gagamitin lang natin dito is PSE Edge and we're gonna go to the financial reports and yun nandito sa baba yung quarterly report nila. And we're gonna compare it to their annual report last year nung 2020. However, if gusto nyo mag-deep dive sa kanilang mga financial statements, pwede nyo i-click yung company disclosures and makita nyo dito yung quarterly report. Kapag kinlik nyo yan, meron kayong ma-download na PDF na file which andun naka-indicate lahat talaga na nangyari for that particular period. Alright, now let's get started. So stock data muna tayo. So I'm recording this video on a Sunday. So ngayon ay August 15. So most probably pagka pinuso na itong video na ito, most probably mabago na itong mga data na ito. Itong mga last traded price nila. Kasi ma-open na yung market tomorrow morning, Monday. So currently, itong AC or Ayala Corporation is nagtitrade at around 710 pesos per share. Yung 52-week high nitong company nito or ng stock na ito is 870 pesos per share. 52-week low is 685 pesos per share. Yung free float level niya is sobrang taas na, nasa 51.22%. So malaking portion ng outstanding shares sila is ino-own ng public. Dito nga, November 11, 2020. So yung highest is around 870. Then yung lowest was, I believe, nung September 28, 2020. 685. Medyo malapit na ulit tayo doon kasi 710. Kasi medyo nagtatank na ulit yung stock market after nitong run nitong June. Ngayon, pababa na lang ulit siya. And then parang medyo sideways na ulit. But we'll see in the next coming days and weeks. Anyway, hindi naman talaga yun yung pinunta natin dito. Financial reports yung ating focus. So, quarterly report, So, this is for the second quarter of 2021. So, yung kanilang retained earnings is okay pa rin naman, And by the way, this is in thousands. So, magdadagdag tayo ng 3 zeros dito sa mga figures na ito, except dun sa book value per share, sa earnings per share, and earnings per share na diluted. Okay? So, I hope that's clear. Right, so retained earnings is 247.7 billion pesos. So again, nag-add ako ng tatlong zeros or minultiply ko itong value na ito to by 1,000. Okay? So, yung gross rev nila for this quarter is 54.2 billion pesos. Gross expenses, 48.1 billion. And yung kanilang net income after taxes, pagka nabayaran na nila yung mga taxes, is 5.8 billion pesos. So this is a big improvement compared to last year. Kasi nga 'di ba last year talaga yung kasagsagan ng pandemic and doon nagsimula mag-shutdown yung ating bansa and yung ating economy and yung mga businesses. And syempre, AC is a business and marami yung kumbaga mga galamay na mga businesses under their umbrella. That's why sobrang naapektuhan yung kanilang income last year. However, this year currently nakabawi na sila kahit papano. So na 5x nila yung income for this year compared to last year. And then yung kanilang current year to date ngayon 2021 is nasa 13 billion pesos na sila na net income. Last year 11.8 billion pesos pa rin yan. Pero ang liit na na-contribute ng second quarter ng 2020 dun sa income na yun for the year. All in all, solid yung recovery nitong company na ito. And siguro yung kailangan nilang mangyari is maging sustainable yung pagtaas ulit ng stock prices nila. Next one is AEV or Aboitiz Equity Ventures. So last traded price nito is 37 pesos per share. 52-week high is 51.60 pesos per share. 52-week low is 34 pesos per share. So I think medyo maganda pa rin bumili ng stock na ito. Kasi close na siya dun sa 52-week low which is back here, right? Yeah, 34 point something dito. Dito ba? Yan dito. May 14. So yan And then itong June nga, nagkaroon ulit ng magandang run pataas. And then bumababa na ulit ngayon. Kasi isang main reason dito is because of like yung variants na kumakalat na COVID. So, natatakot ulit yung mga investors to like put their money in these businesses and mas okay sa kanila no, na maging liquid sila. Kasi kapag ganito na nagkakaroon ulit ng scare about like parang second wave ng pandemic and then ito mga maraming variants na naglalabasan, like may possible ulit na magkaroon ng flash crash and then like masustain ulit yung level na mababa and then it will take some time for the market to recover again. And syempre kapag nag-crash yung market, maganda na liquid ka kasi mas makakabili ka ng mas maraming stocks na discounted yung prices. So ngayon, yes, yung short term naman talaga is hindi gano'ng kahalaga kapag ka long term investor ka. Like kapag ganito natutuwa ka pa kasi bumababa, so makapag-average down ka sa yung prices, magpe-peso cost average ka lang. Anyway, punta na tayo dito sa kanilang financial report. So quarterly nila hindi pa nare-release yung kanilang for the second quarter na earnings. Pero it's looking good naman pagka ang data na pinagbasehan natin is itong first quarter ng 2021. So last year kasi yung net income nila is 2.9 billion pesos lang. This is in thousands again. And then yung kanilang net income after taxes this year for the first quarter of 2021 is 10.5 billion pesos na agad. So ang laki na, ang laking difference. So they're on their way to recovery. And hopefully ganito ulit yung performance nila for this quarter or like the previous quarter, second quarter ng 2021. Next up is AGI or Alliance Global. So this is a company by Andrew Tan. Yung last traded price ng stock nito is 9 pesos per share. 52-week high is 11.5 per share. And yung 52-week low is 5.87 pesos per share. So kung titingnan natin, August last year pa, yung 52-week low niya. So I guess here, or nasa na ba? But yeah, probably andito lang sa level ito. Kasi dito, ang laki ng candle na to. So after that, medyo naging sideways na. Although dito bumababa pa rin siya sa 9.4. Then highest is 11.12 dito. Local top. And dito yung 11.5 ng April 2021. Okay, no? So, kumpara sa ibang stocks, okay yung kanyang performance, especially this year and like at the end of 2020. Although ngayon, pababa na rin siya ng pababa kahit papaano. Medyo mababa pa rin siya or like malayo pa siya dun sa 52-week low, which was 5.87 pesos per share. So, it's much closer dun sa kanyang 52-week high na 11.5. Ngayon naman, tingnan natin yung kanilang financials. Hopefully, wala pa rin. So, itong mga companies na ito, medyo matagal sila magbigay ng kanilang mga financial reports. Or siguro, ayaw nilang i-release dito sa PSEi or sa PSE yung mga unaudited na financial reports nila. Kasi yung iba, like, ilang beses na-amend or na-edit, no? Kasi yung iba, unaudited pa lang binigay para like makapag-comply, no? Kasi may mga deadline din ito, no? Itong mga pag-file ng mga financial reports ng mga company sa PSE. So, iba, binibigay nila una is hindi pa audited and then mag-i-issue sila ng panibago. So, amended na yon na audited financial reports. So, parang na-imitate lang. So, parang same lang din. Although, mababa pa ng konti yung kanilang net income for the first quarter of 2021. 3.9 billion kasi last year and this year 3.2. So, we'll just have to check back on this para makita kung tataas ba ito or hindi. And syempre yung comparison, no, dun sa kanilang income last year. Kasi itong second quarter talaga ng 2020 is like yung parang peak, no, nung kumbaga losses ng mga companies na ito. And kapag na-reverse naman nila yun for this year then, that's pretty good news for them. Next up, we have Ali or Ayala Land. Yung kanilang last traded price is 31.7 pesos per share. 52-week high is 42.10. And yung 52-week low is 26.50 pesos per share. So, it's a bit of a roller coaster. No? So, parang dito, yan, umakyat ka na. Then, biglang bumaba ulit. Then, yan, umakyat. And then, ngayon, pababa na naman. So, in trend talaga is medyo bearish currently. And again, as I've said earlier, gawa ito nung yung mga iba't ibang variants na lumalabas nitong COVID-19. Check natin yung kanilang financial report. So, good na meron silang report for the second quarter of 2021. So this is in thousands. Kanilang retained earnings is 165.6 billion pesos. So ang laking ipon yan ng company. And then yung kanilang net income after taxes 3.6 billion pesos. And in comparison to their income last year, second quarter ng 2020, 426.3 million pesos lang yan. Then yung kanilang current year-to-date na net income after taxes, 7.3 billion. In comparison to last year, 5.4 billion pesos lang yan. And now, let's continue with Aboitiz Power. Yung kanilang stock code is AP. So currently, they are trading at 24.20 pesos per share. Yung 52-week low niyan is 20.50 per share. And 52-week high is nasa 28.60 pesos per share. So dito, no, na-achieve yung like bottom, like yung local bottom. So around 20.50. So nakabili ka dyan, medyo recovered na siya, no? Or like meron ka ng kinita, kumbaga. From that bottom. And ngayon, hindi siya, well, tumaas na rin dito, no, nag-25. Pero bumaba na rin siya. And then ngayon, parang nagko-consolidate na lang siya. And then, let's see kung ano ba yung status ng kanilang financial report. So, yun, good. Meron na silang report for the second quarter of 2021. So, this is in thousands. So, add ulit tayo ng 3 zeros or multiply by 1,000 yung mga figures dito. Yung kanilang retained earnings is nasa 122.5 billion pesos. Gross rev is 33.5 billion. Gross expense is 27.2. And then yung net income nila after taxes is 4.3 billion pesos. And in comparison to last year, 2.2 billion pesos yan. So malaki din, no, yung na-increase. So 2.1 billion pesos yan. And then yung kanilang current year to date is 10.9 billion pesos. After taxes na rin yan. And then last year, nasa 4.7 billion pesos lang sila. So we could assume or we could expect na next year, mas malaki yung ibibigay nilang dividends compared to this year. Kasi yung dividends na binigay nila this year was a reflection of their financial performance last year. So next year, medyo mas lalaki yan. Kasi medyo lumiit, no, yung binigay nila this year. So 85 centavos lang. Usually above 1 peso per share yung binibigay nila. And medyo maganda rin, no? Almost like 5 to 6% yung binibigay nitong Aboitiz Power na dividend yield. But this year, around 3% lang yan. The next PSEi company is BDO Unibank Inc. Stock code nila obviously is BDO. Yung kanilang last traded price is 106 pesos and 60 centavos. Yung 52-week high is 118.10. And yung 52-week low is 85.10. So, this stock is also close sa kanyang 52-week high, which was back in June 16. So, around 2 months ago. Then, after nun, ito nga yung Delta variant scare. And then yun, medyo na-recover na ulit, but yeah, bumababa lang ulit. So, kumbaga, nasa consolidation phase na ulit siya. And then, nagsistay lang siya dito sa level na ito. And hopefully, hindi na siya sobrang bumaba pa ulit. And now, sa kanilang financial reports, meron na rin sila for the second quarter of 2021. This time, this is in millions. So, add tayo ng 6 zeros or i-multiply natin itong figures na ito sa 1 million. Alright, so yung kanilang retained earnings is 233 billion pesos. Yung kanilang net income after taxes is 11 billion pesos. And ang laking improvement niyan, no? Compared last year. Kasi last year, they are in the red. So, meron silang 4.5 billion pesos na losses last year, second quarter ng 2020. And kung last year, yung year-to-date nila, so for the 2 quarters or 6 months ng 2020, 4.2 billion pesos lang kinita nila. This year, ang laki, no? So, 21.4 billion pesos na currently this 2021 yung kinita ng BDO Unibank. Next one is Bloomberry Resorts Corporation. Stock code nila is Bloom. So, I haven't really covered this stock that much sa channel, but they are involved sa gaming and casinos industry here in the Philippines. Yung last traded price sila is 5.29 pesos per share. Medyo malayo siya, no? Dun sa kanyang 52-week high. 8.95 yung 52-week high niya. And actually, yung 5.29 pala yung 52-week low ng stock na ito. So, why? Kasi nga, di ba, nasa casinos and gaming sila. Ang mga casinos is like hindi makapag-operate normally, no, because of the pandemic. And isa din sila Katulad ng mga airline industries or ng mga like mga restaurants no na hindi nag-o-offer ng mga deliveries. Yung talagang affected nitong pandemic na ito. So they have to resort sa online gambling sa mga websites. Hindi naman yun kasing or hindi yun katumbas no or like hindi mo pwede ihalin tulad yun dun sa mismong physical na casino na ino-operate nila previously. Yes, syempre kailangan nila maging flexible and kailangan nila mag-pivot no. Yung business nila kailangan mag-pivot para makasurvive sila and para manatili sila like kahit magstay lang sila out of the red no kahit kumbaga para mag-break even lang sila no para mag-survive yung company. And of course, this is a big company naman so they have deep pockets. So I'm not really that worried for this company. Although yung stock prices nila is talaga nagtatank currently. Punta naman tayo sa kanilang financial report. So last year, okay pa rin naman. No? Meron silang retained earnings na 9.5 billion pesos. And then, they're in the red nga, obviously, last year. Yung kanilang net income after taxes, well, net losses after taxes is 8.3 billion pesos in comparison to 9.9 billion pesos na kinita nila nung 2019. And ngayon, for the second quarter of 2021, they are still in the red pero hindi na kasing laki no, nung losses nila last year. So ngayon, for the second quarter of 2021, yung kanilang net losses is 1.1 billion pesos in comparison to 4.6 billion pesos last year. Then yung kanilang current year-to-date losses is 1.9 billion. Last year, 3.3 billion yung losses nila for 6 months. Alright, so now we have Bank of the Philippine Islands, also known as BPI. So ako personally, yung bangko is BPI din and wala pa ako nabubuksan na kahit anong bangko other than BPI. However, full disclosure lang, wala akong stocks ng BPI currently. Kasi hindi rin ako masyado fan no, ng banking industry. But anyway, yung kanilang last traded price is 84 pesos and 80 centavos. So close yan sa 52-week high na 92 pesos per share. Yung 52-week low nila is 62.30 pesos per share. So sideways lang talaga siya nagtitrade currently. So hindi sobrang tumataas, hindi sobrang bumaba. Pero grabe dito, no? Dito nag-92. Grabe yung haba ng week ko. So November 11. So marami lang nag-hype up, no? So parang hopium lang yan. But, well, simula dito hanggang dito, like, parang wala nangyari. No? Kung bumili ka dito, well, syempre hindi sa 92 ko, pero kung bumili ka dito at around 85, so it's still close, no? Dun sa price niya, like, a couple of months back, almost a year ago, no? Now, let's look at their financials. Meron na ba? Yes, meron ng June 30. Last year ba kumikita sila? Yes, kumita pa rin sila last year. So, this in millions, so 21.6 billion pesos yung kinita nila after taxes. So for this year, okay naman. Bumaba din yung kanilang expenses kasi syempre like hindi naman lahat is like nagwo-work sa mga branches nila no. So napababa nila expenses nila from 21.8 billion pesos last year, tama ba? This is in millions. Naging 15.1 billion pesos na lang this year. So with that, yung kanilang net income after taxes is 6.9 billion pesos in comparison to last year, 5.4 billion pesos. Yung current year to date is almost the same lang din last year. So 11.9 this year so far, 6 months on 2021. Last year, 6 months on 2020 is 11.7 billion pesos. Alright, so last two stocks na tayo. Next one is DMCI Holdings Incorporated. Stock code nila is DMC. Currently, they are trading at 5.9 pesos per share. 52-week high is 6.87 pesos per share. 52-week low is 3.69 pesos per share. So, yung 3.69 is like last year pa talaga, no? Like, maganda na rin yung naging recovery niya in comparison sa mga prices. Ito, grabe to. Like, dito ako bumibili ng maraming DMCI last year. Like, parang umabot almost flat na 3 ata. I'm not sure. Let's see. So, August. So, nung March. Wait. Wala akong napiling date. My bad. Lagyan natin March 2. So, ayan, no? Diba? Grabe. So, almost flat nga na 3.1. Hindi naman nag-3. But yeah, at that time, sobrang natatakot na rin ako. Kasi, like, hindi pa rin naman ako ganun katagal in na investor eh. So, this is like the first time that I've experienced this kind of dip. This kind of sell-off. But, yung decision ko is tama naman kahit papaano. Although sobrang dami kong arang binilang stocks masyado. Dapat nag-focus na ako doon sa mga core stocks na binibili ko talaga previously before the market crash happened. But still, learning experience pa rin para sa akin. So now, kapag ka nagkaroon ng ganitong, flash crash, hindi naman siya sobrang na-sustain na nandyan lang tayo sa level na yun. Like, after a few days, umakyat na ulit tayo agad. Then, syempre, bumagsak lang ulit. Kasi, ganun lang naman nagkakaroon lang ng mga market cycle, mga local market cycle na short term. Pero in the long term talaga, pagka fundamentally sound yung isang stock, yung isang company, like, their stock prices will go up. Kasi if the business is good, like, yung financial sila is ire-reflect yun, no? So, kikita sila na maganda. Year over year or like yearly. Every year, kikita yung company na yan. And then, kapag ka-profitable yung company every single year, magre-reflect, no, yung stock prices nila. So, tataas yan ng tataas. Alright, so enough of that. Financials na tayo. Meron ba sila? Yes, this is in thousands. So, June 30, 2021. So, yung kanilang retained earnings is around 67.5 billion pesos. Yung kanilang net income after taxes is 7 billion in comparison to 1.9 billion pesos last year. So, ang laking improvement, no? And yung current year to date is nasa 12.3 billion pesos na. And last year, 3 billion pesos pa lang yung kinita nila for the first 6 months of 2020. So, ang laking improvement talaga this year. The last PSEi company that we're covering for this video is Emperador Incorporated. Yung kanilang stock code is EMP. Yung last traded price niya is 12.20 pesos per share. 52-week high is 15.40 pesos per share. And yung 52-week low is 9.14 pesos per share. So kung titingnan nyo yung chart na to, no, sobrang grabe nung trading na tong Emperador na to. Like, hindi siya gumagalaw for almost a year. Like, grabe. Tingnan natin nung nag-crash. Magkano ba siya umabot nung nag-crash last year? Like, nag-7 lang siya. Nag-6 nga, lowest, March 23. Grabe talaga. Imagine, nakabili ka dito, no? And then, like, nakapagbenta ka habang tumataas dito. Like, 15. Na-double mo yung pera mo, basically. Like, more than double. But yeah, ang tagal niya nagko-consolidate dito. And then, kasi nagre-reflect, no, yung financials nila. Like, although may pandemic, ang ganda nung kitaan ng Emperador. That's why na-achieve nila itong local top na 10.98. And then, yan, nag-consolidate na lang siya sa almost 10 peso level. And then, nag-run na ulit siya, no, dito. Ito na talaga, no, yung time na nagre-recover yung market. Like, yung PSEi is like green almost every day. Ibang stocks, all stocks, ganun din. Like, talagang nagbo-bull run na siya. Or like, parang bull trap nga. Kasi hindi naman siya tumuloy talaga. And then ngayon nga, pababa na ulit siya. But yeah, maraming kumita dito. But of course, marami ring nag-incur ng losses. Kasi imagine, bumili ka dito. Nakita mo, uy, ang ganda na nung market. It's time to buy. But obviously, it's not really a good time to buy unless you're a long-term investor. And yung mga ganito talaga, no? Like, kita nyo naman, like, ang tagal niya nagko-consolidate, then bigla siya nag-shoot up, diba? For like a month. And then, bigla kang bumili dito. Well, August lang pala nakakuha yung local top, no? Huh. Didn't know that. Hindi ko rin kasi talaga masyado pina-follow na yung market. Like, I just check my portfolio on a daily. Natanggal ko na naman tong Emperador sa aking portfolio. And then, I check PSEi on the daily. But, hindi ko like nininitpick every single stock ko ano yung naging price action nila. Kasi hindi naman talaga ganun kahalaga sa akin yung mga price action nitong mga stock na ito in the short term. And currently naman hindi rin ako naglalagay ng capital ko sa mga local stocks kasi I'm pretty confident and I'm pretty satisfied with my current portfolio. And yung mga gusto kong stocks is hindi naman nagdi-dip. So I'm not buying currently any local stocks. So ngayon financial reports naman tayo. Yan, kumikita pa rin sila na. So, grabe. Liquor talaga. Liquor business. Solid na business. Kasi last year, kita nyo, 8 billion. So, lumaki pa yung kinita nila noong 2020 in comparison to 2019. And then, this year naman, yeah, it's looking good pa rin. Yung net income nila after taxes is 3 billion pesos. 1.8 billion pesos in comparison to last year. And yung current year to date for the first 6 months of 2021, 5.1 billion pesos yan. Last year, 3.3 billion pesos lang. So, ang laki nung in-increase, no? So, this just shows, no, kung bakit nag-pump itong stock na ito recently. Although ngayon, yes, bumababa na siya. But ganoon talaga, no? Nagkakaroon lang talaga ng mga mini market cycles. But I think in the long run, maganda rin i-hold tong Emperador. Although hindi ganun kataas yung binibigyan nilang dividends, nagbibigay pa rin sila ng dividends, no? And the company is really healthy financially, and I believe na okay yung kanilang leadership. So if you're like looking for a company that to invest in, and gusto nyo like ganito parang growth stock lang, you don't really care about the dividends, then you can go for Emperador. Pero for me, kaya ako tinanggal ito sa portfolio kasi satisfied na ako dun sa kinita ko, and I don't really plan to hold this kind of stock na medyo maliit lang talaga yung binibigay na dividends every single year. Gusto ko yung close to 5%, no, every year yung binibigay na dividends para consistent yung cash flow, para consistent yung pwede kong i-reinvest sa market. Okay guys, we're gonna end the episode here. Sana may natutunan kayo, and if umabot kayo at the end of this episode, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Help me grow the channel by smashing the like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if bago ka sa channel ko, click mo na yung subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you won't miss out on my uploads every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Follow me on my social media platforms as well at MNPSPH. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Another way to support the channel and be part of the Peso Smart PH community is through the YouTube membership. Click the link down in the description below to know more about it. Thanks again for watching and listening, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you all in the next episode. Always remember, be Peso Smart.